It's my stubby antenna. No problems with this. Very happy with this. I don't use the radio that much, but whenever I have, the reception is like normal. So totally recommend getting a stubby antenna. I just got done off-roading and I wanted to go over a few of the mods that I have put on this truck. Honest opinion about these mods after I've used them for a while and had them on the truck for a while. An upgrade that I did in the truck that I'm sure you're not going to be able to find as I show you the truck without me pointing it out. It looks that OEM. I have a 2021 GMC Denali HD 3500, a Black Diamond edition, so it has a few of the upgrades from the Black Diamond edition. Alright, I'm in the truck and I actually have it running because, like I said, I was off-roading and it's hot. It's 92 degrees, I'm in the desert. So I'm going to go over a few of these items with the truck running. Hopefully the sound will be okay for you. But this is an accessory that I purchased for towing, and it's a Garmin GPS. It's a dedicated Garmin GPS. Oops, look, it even heard my voice. I love it. It tells me the elevation that I'm at. It warns me of sharp corners, of steep descents. It gives me lifetime traffic, real-time traffic. And it has parameters that you can set. So I've set my fifth wheel length, the trailer length, the total height, how much it weighs, the total gross weight of the vehicles. So therefore it's showing I'm carrying 2 bottles of propane. Therefore it's gonna take me on routes that are safe for this size of RV. And you can set that yourself, and you can put in your dimensions and your rig, and then it will avoid things like low tunnels. It will avoid toll roads if you want. It will avoid unpaved roads. It will detour you from going through tunnels that where propane is restricted. So I love it. It tells me when it's going to be windy. But this is the Garmin GPS, and I think it's like the 770. But again, the link for this will be in the other video where I actually go through some of these modifications. The second accessory or little modification I did is right here. And it's this little guy. This is a clamshell phone holder, and it just is 3M sticky on the dash here, and I love it because I can put my phone right there. Galaxy S22 Ultra, so it's a big phone. It fits in there no problem. In fact, this over here will fit in here. It opens that wide. But what I like about it is it's really sturdy. It's there if I need to use Google Maps or something else, or I just want to view my phone within driving sight. I usually, occasionally, I used to use it more before I got this dedicated GPS system, but I keep it here because it is convenient just to put the phone here every now and then when I need to use the phone when I'm in this driving position. But this is one of the best mounts I've found. I love it. So moving on to GMC stock dash and navigation, looks like this, right? If you're familiar with GMC. But what I added was a CarPlay. And so we go here. So this is connected via Wi-Fi to my phone. When I have an unlimited hotspot on my phone plan, and so when I have that Wi-Fi service turned on, I'm able to use this with full screen maps, and I can watch Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video. Of course, it's not safe to do that while you're driving, but if I'm sitting waiting for someone, or even my passengers on a road trip can watch a show. I've been extremely happy with this. It automatically connects when I come into the vehicle, and I've mounted it right in this area here. So it's right there, and it's just plugged in via USB. So it's out of the way. Again, I'm quite happy with it. I wanted something besides Android Auto, which I have, and that is one of the drawbacks to this feature, is that it overrides Android Auto. So as soon as I turn on Android Auto, this shuts Android Auto down, and you have to use this. So that's the only negative I have found with this, but otherwise I love it. I'm able to stream right from this while I'm driving, and it has many more features. You go into the apps. I mean, look at all these apps. So it has Sling, Disney, a lot of different apps that you can utilize right from this. And again, it's tethered to my phone. Yeah. I bought this on Amazon, and the link for it is no longer available, so I don't know if they made different versions or whatnot, but there's multiple of these on the market right now, and you can just do your research and choose which one you think you want to go with. But I've been very happy with it. I was hesitant about buying it, but I love it. So moving down here, this is an accessory I put in. This was a cheap little accessory, and I love it because look how cavernous this is. And this just gives some organization, a coin holder, and a couple little compartments here, and it just fit perfectly right in here. Here's another accessory that I found. They're just GMC cup holder pads, and I have 2 of them in here. They fit perfectly, and happy with those. Okay, looking around in here, I have a dash cam. And yes, you can see where it used to be right here because I left the attachment on the window. However, I went with a OEM style dash cam. It's like a Tesla, it's built in, and I love it. And I will leave a link. I did a whole unboxing and installation of this, and I will leave a link for you in this video to that video. But I have been extremely happy, and it's right here. So this whole piece comes off, and then you buy, it comes with this piece, so it's stock looking, but here's a couple buttons here. The SD card slot is over here, and it just wires into your mirror right here. And again, I have a full installation video of this, but as soon as I turn the key on, it starts recording, and it even announces that it's recording, so you know it's recording. I'll show you a couple video clips here of that and how clear it is. This is one of the better modifications that I've done that I really love, and I am totally happy with. So I 100% recommend getting this. Okay, this is not an accessory that I did, but it comes in the Black Diamond edition, and it's these floor mats that the center comes out, and then they just snap in. So today, because I was off, and then you've got a nice carpeted area for driving. Today, because I was out in the dirt playing with the truck, I had taken it off, and so it's dirty, it looks like this, but I don't know if you can find these for non-Black Diamond edition trucks. I'm sure you can, but I love it. It's an accessory that came with the truck, and I highly recommend it. Okay, can you see this strip light here? I love this. This is one of the best modifications that I've done. The look is almost OEM, and it just adds a really cool dimension to the truck. And I'll show you what it looks like when you go to start it up. When you turn the truck on or unlock the truck, you got that cool sequence going on, and it's a really sharp and nice look. When the lights are on at night, I'll see if I have a clip here or a picture to show you. But let me show you how I ran the wire. So it's just 3M, and you measure from each corner, and then you purchase the appropriate length. And I left the, both sides are 3M under here, and I left the 3M tape on the top so that nothing sticks to it right here. But then I ran the wiring up here. I put some tubing around it to protect it, and then I've grounded it against the frame over here. And I've gone and I'm not going to open up the fuse box, but I ran a tap a fuse into the fuse box. So I've tapped into a fuse in the fuse box, and then just ran the wires underneath here. And then I put the, oh, actually the ground is right here. I put the ground right here. And then I just zip tied it all up. And this was one of the cheaper modifications that I've done, and it has lasted extremely well. I've had no issues with it. It's totally stuck fine. It's stuck on here just nice, and again, it wasn't that expensive, and it gives it a really sharp look. Well, I know that this looks a little messy right here, and I actually have to get some zip ties and organize this a little bit better, tie this up. But what I wanted to show you over here was this little unit right here. So I don't know if you know this, but if you have a GMC truck, then you know that this is always hot. And I hate it that it's always hot. When you turn off the truck, this is on. So if you have anything plugged into this, it just will be running the whole time and draining the battery. So I found on Amazon this box, and it's got these on and off switch. So, you know, I just leave this plugged in the whole time. This is plugged in the whole time. The car is off right now, and the accessories that I use for it, such as my backup camera for the trailer, I have some lighting I'm going to show you, and the GPS, all will turn off from here or on from here. So I highly recommend this. It's held up well for me. It's got quite a few ports in it. There's the USB-C, and then I just tuck this down in here, and when I'm traveling, I just reach over to turn these on here. So it solves this problem. I hate this about GMC. I've had Ford and Ram, and they both are not hot here, but this one is. So this solves the problem of wanting to keep an accessory plugged in, but having to unplug this every time you leave the vehicle. And all you have to do is turn this off. I wanted to show you another modification I did down here. This strip lighting. So it's really bright out right now, and it's light in the truck, but this strip lighting is 3M, and I put it in the wheel wells in the front and the back, and it runs to here. And so I can just turn that on or off right here. And it allows me to adjust the colors. So you go to Lotus Lantern, the app here. And let's see if I do, there's the red that just came on. If I do a white strobe flash, green, and then you have all these other things that'll do, like it'll sync to music, you can schedule it, you can adjust the colors with a color wheel, so it's pretty cool. And then there's 4 pieces, and the wires run, they're long enough to run to each side. So one here, one over there, and then I ran them back here under the rear seats. You can see that under there. Cheap modification that solves a problem in the GMC. Even in my high-end Denali with the Black Diamond Edition, it did not have footwell lighting, and shame on you GMC for buying a $100,000 truck that doesn't include that, but I solved it with an easy fix from Amazon. Now moving on to the outside of the truck, I wanted to show you these. It's a peel and stick tint that I put on over the side markers. You can actually buy the side marker, but I saved a lot of money just by purchasing this tint, and it's held up extremely well. I did each fender, and I've had this on a year and very happy with the results. Hasn't peeled, it's dirty right now, hasn't buckled, has just stayed on really nicely. So I highly recommend that if you want to save a little money. It was an easy project to put those on, and it seemed like they're good quality. They've held up well. This is not something I put on the truck, it came with it, but back flip, I highly recommend this cover. I love this cover. So I'm set up for towing right now, but this back flip cover is, I had a Retrax and I like this better actually. It's easy to operate, it has held up really well, and it folds nicely. And then you just clip it in right here for travel, or it'll fold one more time all the way up against, and then it's got these arms right here to keep it open on both sides while you travel. A fifth wheel, I needed something that would move forward, and this actually, in this position, is enough room for me to leave this part down so I get a little coverage for stuff under here, and I'm able still to connect the fifth wheel. But the only thing I don't like about this is when you're shutting this, so I'm just being transparent here, this rubber seal, if you have this, let's say, over to one side, or you didn't line it up correctly, this rubber seal will sometimes be off. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. So if I wasn't carefully shutting this and lining it up, you can see what happens here. So that's the only thing I don't like about this. You have to just, when you're closing it, make sure that you're lining it up on the rails so that it doesn't buckle. It's not like it buckles, but it kind of gets off track, and then you've got the seal kind of bent up in there. But otherwise, yep, I really like this. I highly recommend. I think this is the MX4 backflip, and again, I've had experience with Retrax and a cheaper tonneau cover that was a trifold as well, and this by far from this company is my favorite. And I'm not sure if I pointed this out on the last video, but I like my bumper hitch plug here, and it's lasted well. It's just dirty right here, but you can buy any one that you like. I've had good success with this. I think I purchased that one on eBay, but simple little modification that makes the truck look a little bit cleaner. Lastly, I wanted to show you something I did to the wheels. It was just a sticker. I put this Sport decal on it. It's holding up just okay. There's a little peeling on a few of the letters, but again, this has been a year, and it's cheap enough that if it peels off, I can just replace it. But I like the look of it. It just gives it a little bit sportier and aggressive look. Here's the one on the back, and you can see that it peeled just a little bit here, but again, this is after a year, and for the price, it's held up extremely well. Here's a question for you all. and you can tell me what you think. But GMC, I can opt to black this out. I can actually get this in black. What do you guys think? Black or keep it red? And I have one more question for you. Final question for you. So this truck has beautiful chrome all on the front. This piece is chrome. This down here we've got chrome. Got chrome around the mirrors. I like the look of that. However, I'm not so fond of the chrome around the windows. What do you guys think? Should I black this out? There's a kit that I can do it myself. I would black out all of this around the windows, possibly the mirror, and then this area here. And then I would leave the chrome on the front. What do you guys think? Yes or no? Thanks for watching, guys. That concludes the modifications that I've gone through on this truck and my thoughts on them. And let me know what you think about the blacking out the chrome and the emblem on the rear of the truck. I may just do that, and if so, I definitely will be coming out with a video on that to show you what it looks like. Let me know what you do to your truck, or if I've missed anything that you think is killer on your truck that I should put on mine. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.